Feeling your knees crackle, fingers stiff in the morning, or your back ache after a long day and tired of painkillers? Here's a gentler path. Familiar kitchen spices can help soothe inflammation, reduce swelling, and restore flexibility to your joints with just a few small pinches each day. In this video, you'll discover how to turn 3 everyday kitchen allies into an easy habit. Sprinkle them on breakfast, stir them into a warm drink, or season daily meals to boost nutrient absorption, calm inflammatory responses, and help protect cartilage over time. No complicated recipes or major lifestyle changes required. Pour yourself something warm, get comfortable, and watch to the end. You'll get guidance on timing and dosage tips to choose safe options for long-term use, and a simple evening ritual that helps your joints truly unwind. Sometimes the real difference doesn't come from a clinic, it starts on your spice shelf. Number 3, black pepper. Don't let familiarity disguise its value. Black pepper isn't just a final flourish. It can be a steady partner in easing joint soreness and taming inflammation when you use it thoughtfully. Some of the most effective supports for healing are the simple ones hiding in plain view. For centuries, peppercorns have done double duty, elevating flavor and supporting wellness in Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine. Modern studies help explain why this everyday staple can make a real difference for cranky knees, stiff fingers, or a back that protests after long days. The key lies in a naturally occurring compound called piperine. It gives pepper its sharp bite and brings notable anti-inflammatory and antioxidant actions to the table. Those two traits matter when joints are unhappy. Discomfort from arthritis or long-term wear is often fueled by persistent low-grade inflammation that leaves tissues swollen, tender, less mobile, and over time can erode cartilage. Piperine steps in by dialing down biochemical signals that keep the fire burning. It can inhibit enzymes such as COX-2 and temper pro-inflammatory cytokines, addressing the drivers rather than merely muffling the symptoms. In practical terms, black pepper helps your system stop shouting in the first place. There's another dimension worth noting. Daily life piles on oxidative stress from pollutants, ultra-processed foods, and even emotional strain. These pressures generate free radicals that damage cells, including those cushioning your joints. Antioxidants in black pepper help neutralize those unstable molecules, protecting tissues and supporting recovery. So movement feels smoother and less gritty. Now, to one of the most compelling reasons to pair pepper with other joint-friendly foods. Piperine markedly enhances the bioavailability of certain nutrients, most famously curcumin, the active component in turmeric. Curcumin is respected for its soothing effect on inflammation, but on its own, it's poorly absorbed. Black pepper can boost curcumin uptake by as much as 20-fold. That's why golden milk turmeric teas and anti-inflammatory smoothies so often include a pinch of pepper. The duo isn't just tasty, it's strategic nutrition that unlocks more of turmeric's potential. Folding black pepper into your routine for joint support couldn't be simpler. Start by favoring freshly ground pepper over pre-ground shakers. Cracking it right before eating preserves more piperine, giving you greater impact from the same sprinkle. Keep a small mill where you eat and add it at the table, maximum potency with zero extra work. Use it throughout the day. Twist fresh pepper over eggs at breakfast. Whisk it into vinaigrettes. Stir it through soups and stews. Team it with turmeric on roasted vegetables or lentil dishes for a warming, highly functional pairing. Even a modest pinch used consistently builds benefits over time. When you include healthy fats such as olive oil, avocado, or coconut milk, absorption of fat-soluble activities improves further. Don't skip warm drinks. If herbal teas, turmeric lattes, or evening tonics are part of your rhythm, add a light crack of pepper. The flavor rounds out, and you activate anti-inflammatory constituents ready to go to work. It's one of the easiest ways to weave joint care into comforting daily rituals you already enjoy. A helpful mental reframing matters here too. Chronic joint pain can feel discouraging, especially when you've tried everything. You are not powerless. Progress doesn't demand an overhaul. Small, sustainable habits move the needle. Black pepper is one of those quiet, repeatable choices that accumulate into less stiffness, less swelling, and more comfortable movement. No hunt for exotic superfoods, no pricey supplements. Sometimes the most useful shift is sitting right beside the salt. A brief word on safety. Culinary amounts of pepper suit most people. Well, but if your stomach is very sensitive or you take long-term medications, check with your clinician. Piperine can influence how the body metabolizes some drugs. That interaction is uncommon at typical food levels, but awareness is wise. For the vast majority, fresh pepper in everyday cooking is both safe and beneficial. So the next time you reach for the spice rack, look at black pepper with fresh eyes. It's more than a finishing touch. It's a supportive touch, an easy way to help your body feel better from the inside out. Relief doesn't always begin at a pharmacy. Sometimes it starts with a few turns of a grinder, and the quiet confidence that each sprinkle is nudging you toward less pain and more possibility. Number 2, cinnamon. Most of us picture cinnamon dusted over sticky rolls tucked into apple pie, or swirled through a cozy cup of chai. Yet that same warm, familiar spice can play a meaningful role in easing achy joints and tempering inflammation. The sticks or ground powder sitting in your pantry may be one of the simplest, most accessible supports for sore knees, stiff fingers, or a nagging back. Across centuries, from ancient Egypt to Ayurveda to Chinese medicine, cinnamon has been prized for restorative effects. Today, modern inquiry is catching up to those observations. The headline compound is cinnamaldehyde. It lends cinnamon its signature aroma and flavor, and it also carries notable anti-inflammatory and antioxidant activity. Because chronic joint pain so often rides on a wave of low-grade, persistent inflammation, anything that safely nudges those pathways downward can noticeably improve day-to-day comfort. When that simmering inflammation misdirects the immune system toward your own tissues, the result shows up as stiffness, swelling, and pain. Cinnamaldehyde and its companion constituents help quiet that response. Several studies associate cinnamon intake with improvements in inflammatory markers, such as C-reactive protein and TNF-alpha, both linked to tender inflamed joints. In one clinical trial, people with rheumatoid arthritis who took cinnamon daily reported less pain and swelling than a comparison group. There is another angle that matters just as much: circulation. Healthy blood flow ferries oxygen and nutrients to cartilage, ligaments, and connective tissue, while clearing metabolic waste that can aggravate soreness. Cinnamon supports better circulation, which can help tissues repair, remain supple, and function more smoothly. Pair more efficient blood flow with a calmer inflammatory environment, and you get a combination your joints can feel. Cinnamon may also assist with steadier blood sugar. That might sound unrelated to joint relief, but stable glucose helps dial down whole-body inflammatory signaling. Elevated blood sugar can amplify inflammation and gradually worsen joint symptoms. By helping smooth out glucose swings, cinnamon tackles a hidden driver of discomfort from another direction. This whole system benefit is exactly what makes a food as medicine approach so compelling. Now, for the practical piece, how to make cinnamon a habit without forcing it. You don't need to choke back spoonfuls or concoctions you dread. Start with foods you already enjoy and layer cinnamon in. Try a warm bowl of oatmeal sprinkled with cinnamon and berries. The flavor pairing works, and the berries contribute extra antioxidants that complement cinnamon's calming effects. Prefer smoothies? Blend a pinch into your morning, shake banana, and almond milk or naturals, and a touch of turmeric plays well too, adding gentle earthiness and more joint-friendly compounds. If tea is your ritual, make a simple cinnamon infusion. Simmer a cinnamon stick in water for 10 to 15 minutes and sip it warm. A drizzle of honey or a slice of ginger adds soothing support. It's a comforting way to start the morning or wind down at night. Cinnamon also shines in savory cooking. Toss sweet potatoes or carrots with a light sprinkle before roasting. The vegetables' natural sweetness and the spices' warmth meet in a side dish that's both nourishing and joint-friendly. This gives you consistent low-dose exposure to helpful compounds without feeling like you're taking medicine. One small but important detail is choosing the type of cinnamon. You'll see two main kinds on store shelves, cassia and Ceylon. Most mainstream products are cassia. While cassia is fine in small culinary amounts, it contains more coumarin, a compound that can stress the liver when large quantities are used regularly. If you plan to enjoy cinnamon daily, for health reasons opt for Ceylon. Cinnamon often labeled true cinnamon. Its flavor is gentler, and its coumarin content is much lower, making it the smarter pick for long-term use. You can find it online at health food stores, and sometimes in the organic aisle of larger groceries. As for how much, you don't need a lot. For general anti-inflammatory support, about 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon per day is a reasonable target. With spices like this, consistency beats megadoses. A modest amount used day after day tends to work better, and is kinder to your body than occasional large servings. Think of it as a steady nudge toward balance rather than a quick fix. When you're managing persistent joint issues, the number of pills, treatments, and conflicting opinions can feel overwhelming. Cinnamon is a relief precisely because it's simple. You can fold it into foods you already love and stick with it without stress. No elaborate rules, no rigid protocols, just gentle, steady support. There's an emotional layer too. Cinnamon comforts. It warms from within, softens the edges of a hard day, and proves that care can be effective and enjoyable at the same time. Healing doesn't need to be harsh. It can be as accessible as a fragrant mug or a well-seasoned side dish. A quick safety note: more is not better. Stay within normal culinary amounts, especially if you're using cassia to keep coumarin exposure low. If you take medications or manage chronic conditions, let your healthcare provider know you're using cinnamon regularly so they can ensure it fits your overall plan. Choosing Ceylon cinnamon and sticking to everyday kitchen doses makes regular use a sensible low-risk strategy. If stiff joints, cranky knees, or puffy fingers have been wearing you down, give cinnamon a fair trial. Sprinkle it over breakfast, whirl it into a smoothie. Brew a simple tea or season roasted vegetables. Small, delicious changes add up. Sometimes relief doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from a spice jar you already own. Use thoughtfully, one sprinkle at a time. Number 1, cloves. Let's start with a pick that often flies under the radar. Cloves, those small, dark flower buds, don't look like much at first glance. Yet they pack outsized benefits when it comes to easing joint discomfort and dialing down inflammation. You may think of them as a holiday spice or something that warms up teas and desserts. That cozy aroma is real, but the story goes deeper. Cloves are rich in bioactive compounds that can soothe sore joints now and help protect them from further wear over time. The secret to their edge is a headline molecule called eugenol. It's responsible for the signature fragrance and much of the therapeutic punch. Research has explored eugenol for anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and analgesic pain-relieving actions. In everyday language, it helps quiet inflammatory pathways, mops up harmful free radicals, and takes the sting out of pain. When joints are puffy, stiff, or tender, common in chronic inflammatory states like many types of arthritis, the body's protective response can turn counterproductive. Eugenol can inhibit COX-2 activity, the same target many over-the-counter pain relievers go after, offering a gentler food-based way to calm the fire without relying solely on pills. Cloves also sit near the top of the charts for antioxidant density. That matters because oxidative stress driven by aging, poor diet, pollution, or ongoing psychological strain accelerates cartilage breakdown and joint degeneration. By supplying a robust pool of antioxidants, cloves help slow those processes and shield joint tissues at the cellular level. On the ORAC scale, a common measure of antioxidant capacity, cloves surpass many hyped superfoods, even edging out blueberries. There's another promising angle. Early findings suggest certain clove constituents may help limit cartilage damage in arthritic conditions. In practical terms, cloves may do more than simply mute symptoms. They may help preserve joint structure, which can translate into better flexibility, less stiffness, and fewer flare-ups with consistent use. Working them into day-to-day eating doesn't have to lead to flavor burnout. Whole clove tea is a simple start. Drop a few whole buds into gently boiling water. Let them simmer for 10 to 15 minutes, strain and sip. A touch of honey and lemon is optional. Enjoy it after meals or in the evening if nighttime aches tend to bother you. If you're using ground cloves, go easy. The flavor is potent, and a pinch goes a long way. Stir a little into oatmeal, blend it into a banana and cinnamon smoothie, or fold it into curries and stews for added depth and joint-friendly compounds. You can also upgrade golden milk. Warm your preferred milk with turmeric, ginger, black pepper, and just a pinch of ground clove for a soothing pre-bed ritual your joints will appreciate. For savory dishes, try an infused oil, gently warm olive oil with a few whole cloves and other supportive spices, then drizzle over roasted vegetables or splash onto salads for a subtle functional lift. A quick caution is important. Cloves are naturally high in eugenol, and large doses, especially from supplements or essential oils, can be too much and may trigger side effects. Keep intake within normal culinary amounts to capture the benefits without unnecessary risk. If you enjoy aromatherapy, the scent of clove oil can be comforting, and a properly diluted topical application may offer localized warmth and mild numbing over sore spots. Always mix essential oils with a carrier oil, such as coconut or almond, and patch test before broader use. Why put cloves on your short list for joint care? Because they're simple, accessible, and effective. No elaborate recipes or radical lifestyle shifts, just small, consistent additions that stack up in your favor. Recovery isn't only about cutting things out. It's also about adding smart, supportive choices that help you heal. Cloves are exactly that kind of everyday upgrade. So the next time you plan a meal or notice your joints tightening, consider where a little clove magic can slip in. Your body, and especially your joints, may feel the difference. There it is, a trio of everyday spices with impressive therapeutic promise. From the cozy sweetness of cinnamon to the antioxidant strength of cloves and the inflammation-calming lift of black pepper, these simple staples do more than season your food. Used consistently, they can support joint health, help ease swelling, reduce stiffness, and make movement feel more comfortable and free. You don't need sweeping overhauls to get started. Begin small. A sprinkle here, a pinch there, then keep showing up. Those tiny repeatable habits compound into meaningful change. Remember, relief isn't confined to a bottle or a clinic. Very often it starts in your kitchen with the choices you make every day. Give your body steady support, one delicious plate at a time. If this video helped, tap the thumbs up and subscribe for more practical natural health guidance and simple, effective remedies. And if you've already tried any of these spices for joint discomfort, share your experience in the comments. Until next time, take good care of yourself. You're worth it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Stay Healthy Every Day.